Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems, when I get it, I'ma pile it up. Now I'm dope, want the bread we can toast, so fresh how we flow, everybody get this.
Hey everyone from the Collegian, I'm Ben, and I'm here with Barry, and we're going to talk about Facebook today and the multitude of friends he has. So how many friends do you have on Facebook right now?
Roughly I have around 2,600 friends right about now.
Wow. It's a fair amount. And recently you removed a bunch of them. You had closer to like 3,000 or 4,000, right?
Yeah.
How many did you get rid of?
I just got rid of exactly about 1,000 friends. I went through all of them and pretty much weaved out different criterias of friends that I didn't really think I needed. And it was at about 3,600, so I thought it was quite a bit.
I saw you had a Facebook status update that said something about this is a pain or something, like getting rid of all these friends. How did you decide which ones to remove? I mean, what sort of criteria did they have to have?
Like a majority of my criteria involved like people who lived in. I kept the majority of the people that lived in North Dakota, South Dakota, or Minnesota, in that area. They go to schools there that I've known or partied in those areas.
Yeah.
I just got to know people in those areas. I even got close to deleting some of my relatives because I didn't even. I saw they were from out of state and I about deleted them, but didn't know.
So have you ever met someone with more friends on Facebook than you have?
Before I did the deleting, no, I had not seen anybody. I'm starting to get down into that range where there's people in the 2,200, so I'm getting close.
Yeah. There you go, getting back to normal.
Getting back to normal.
How well do you, I mean, I guess prior to the whole deleting, like how well did you have to know someone to add them as a friend? Did you just have to recognize their face, or?
Well, I mean, prior to it, like when I began Facebook, I was way towards the beginning, and like that point in time, there's no privacy, and people could click you and add you no matter what, and they automatically you're their friend. Or like before, I didn't really care. I was like, okay. I mean, we had 50 plus mutual friends. That was more like a thing. Like if we do, then you're my friend. I'll
so
allow you
mutual friends.
Yeah. The number of mutual friends.
Okay. So you're from Ipswich, South Dakota, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how did you acquire like so many friends being from a small community? I mean, was it, you said that you had a lot of friends from North Dakota.
Yeah.
How did you meet those people?
It was more like throughout my like 5th grade through 7th, 8th. We had basketball tournaments. We played numerous basketball tournaments in North Dakota, like AAU style. So you met so many people in that during the hotel, staying in the hotels. Throughout high school, I had track meets and like state events, and you meet. Like track was the big when you meet everybody during track. So that was probably the most reason why I had so many friends.
You played high school basketball and track and
football, basketball,
everything.
Track, and baseball. So you meet everybody.
What is your favorite aspect of Facebook? Like, what feature of it do you like the most?
I think I'm starting to like the apps more. Like right away they get kind of annoying when they like people send you them numerous times. But if you find the right one, then it's really fun.
Cool. If you had to like calculate how many hours would you say you spend maybe per day on Facebook? I mean, for me it's kind of like I always have it open, like I'm not really on it, but I feel like I'm on it a lot. Yeah. And I'm just wondering if you're on it a lot or if you just have a lot of friends.
I feel like I'm on it majority of my day, including in some of my classes, and you see that around for everybody. Like they may not be using it at the time, but it's always open.
Right. Yep. What do you say to people that think Facebook is a waste of time? Because there's probably people out there that...
I would say that they're wrong on that because it's a good way to keep in touch with, even if you just have your family members as your friends, no matter if you don't even have the ones that are from your hometown. It's a great way to keep in touch with them, and with the new Facebook chat and all that kind of stuff. It's a good way to just like make sure you can still talk to them and keep communicating with them. Or if you have somebody in your class you need to talk to them about an assignment, it's a great way to meet people in your class, have people in your class and talk to them.
So talking about social networks, what is your view on privacy? Are you usually a pretty open guy with all of your information?
I was up to about 2 months ago. I didn't have really any privacy things on my Facebook, didn't really care who added me. And then I put up, just like about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I put up the privacy settings to where they couldn't say anything but your profile picture and your name and stuff, basic information, to know that this is the person I met.
Yeah. So do you think it's important to be online or to be open online? Sorry, I think it's important.
If you meet the right people, there's different you know who you can talk to and who you can't talk to from when you actually meet them in person, and there's certain times where you can be open, and sometimes it'll stab you in the back if you're too open.
Yeah, but I mean, from like a security standpoint, you can change all those settings on Facebook. So do you think that if someone's searching for you, how much of them do you want
to see?
Do you want them to see before they get to know you? Like, do you want them to see your photos? I mean,
I'd say it'd be alright to leave some photos up, and then they could tell that this is actually the person that I saw and met and all that. So sometimes it's hard to find that person.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like Facebook, you can pretty much be who you want. It's kind of like a second personality, in my opinion.
So, you use Facebook a lot, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use, what other social networks do you use a lot? Are you on YouTube a lot? Do you have Twitter?
I used to Twitter last year for one of my classes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they required you.
Was that with Greg?
Yep.
Okay. I've interviewed Greg before.
Yep. That was a
cool guy.
I had Twitter.
What do you think of that? Using that for class, was that alright?
That was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun. Wherever you went, you had to Twitter. Say what you did, and you can respond to everybody else. It was kind of fun. It was different than Facebook. It was just kind of a smaller, less, without all the apps and all that kind of friend request things. People can just follow you.
Greg Heiberger is a teacher at SDSU that uses social media in his classroom. Do you see that going somewhere in the future?
I do.
On college campuses?
I do. I think it should be actually a huge part. I really thought Twitter was a good idea, and Twitter and Facebook and being social network, I think that should be a huge thing for college now.
Yeah, we used it for one of my classes, and it was just nice to we had the wall, and we could all just talk about projects. And anyways,
it made it a lot easier to communicate. That was for sure.
Yeah. So, last question, this is kind of just for fun. Do you Farmville?
Actually, I am one of the only few friends I know that don't use Farmville. I've found a different, a majority of the male, population that I know has started a new app that was called Spartacus from the famous TV series, and that's one I'm a fan of.
So that's your thing?
Spartacus is one of them, Spartacus is my Farmville.
So what exactly is that like? What do you do in Spartacus, the app?
You pretty much buy gladiators, you build them up from the bottom and up to the top with the Coliseum, and basically fight all your friends and other people's online, other people, so it's a really fun game. But all my friends still sometimes go on Farmville still, because they're addicted to it, just like every guy and girl I know.
Alright, well thanks for talking with us about Facebook.
Yep, no problem.
Alright guys, stay with us every week as we interview another average Jack.
Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream, more money, more problems.